This is your one and only Firespark81 with your daily dose of video goodness, and welcome back to another exciting episode of Freeform Friday, where we play some random video game. In today's game, we're revisiting Dyson Sphere. They just had a major update, and the developers reached out to me and were like, hey, we saw you played this in the past. Would you check it out? And I said, you know what? Sure, we haven't checked it out in a while, so let's see how it's changed. So the first thing I want to point out that they added, and it's the big thing that this patch was all about, is the character customization. This guy right here, you can customize your mech. And you think, okay, yeah, some character customization, that's cool, that's whatever. No, let me tell you what. These guys, gals, developers, they know how to do some character customization. Here it is. It's a 3D editing program. Like, no joke, they literally added a 3D editing program into their game to customize your character, and you're like, oh god, I don't even wanna, like, I can't do that kind of stuff. Well, that's no worry either, because there's a folder and you can load in pre-built ones, so you can just go grab some from people who do 3D editing. It's not too complex, I'll show you here in a second, but so you can also just open the folder, shows you where it's at right here in Explorer. You just click that, opens a folder for you. You can just drag in the blueprints, and then you just click down here to load them up, and there you go. Look at that guy right there. We can click this one here. I customized this one a little bit so we can like load that one in. There you go. So let's just go back to the default one here. We can just click this button to reset to default. And then, so you have your normal mech. Here he is. This is your default one. You can change all of the colors up here if you want to. Actually, we're gonna go. Will that change? Okay, there we go. That's the one I want because I changed the colors. So you can change the colors. It doesn't cost you anything. Then you can also go over here and you can like disable chunks if you just don't want them. So you can just click easily to disable them, or you can edit them fully and add custom parts to specific parts. I mean, it's crazy, insane, like how much detail there is. So like we can make half of his leg missing if we want, or this chunk of his foot is now apparently gone if you wanted to do that. Then you can just straight up add custom parts to whatever you want. So we can just click this. You can see it gives us a whole breakdown of places that we can click. So let's click here on the top of his head. So you can see if we zoom in here and move him around. So the right mouse button rotates, the left mouse button shifts the whole thing, and middle mouse button rotates as well. So we got this part right here. This is the part that we are messing with. If we click it, and of course middle mouse button zooms in and all of that good stuff, you can see it's underneath of his helmet right now. So we got different options that we can do here. We can change the color. We can come over here and change the curve. We can move the piece. We can also rotate it. So let's start by rotating it, and let's just kind of stand it up on its head. And is that straight? It looks not straight. Okay, let's do that, and let's do that. Okay, maybe it was straight and I just messed it up now because it's the mech that's not straight, and I just screwed it up, but that's fine. I just want to show you all like how crazy this is. Okay, so there we go. We got that. Now let's move it up just a little bit. So we're just gonna grab this. See, super simple. Now we just added like a mohawk to him. If we back out, there we go. Now he's got a mohawk. But here's the kicker. These customizations cost stuff that you need in the game. So you can see here that it costs we got to transfer it over. So we have some in our inventory. Can we transfer it over? There we go. Okay, so let's just transfer in 25. There we go. So it's going to cost us 8 of our iron plates. So now, if that was all I wanted to do, just add that to him, I could just click apply design and it would apply to design. But I want to mess with this a little more. So we're going to go back in here to it, and we're going to click on the advanced curvature, and we're going to go to fan shape. And now we can adjust the fan shape on it. So let's do that. Let's rotate this something like that. Now it's a little different here. Hold on. Let's do something like this, and let's go over to rotation here and rotate it down. Okay, now we're looking pretty good. And we can shrink it too. So let's shrink it in just a little bit and bring it up. We'll get to the more of the gameplay here in a second because they added some other cool stuff. I just want to show you all this. So there we go. Now we have a cool little like mohawk. You can add other stuff as well. So if we click this, we can bend it. We can squeeze it. So let's do some X bending. So we got this. We can do, no, I don't like X bending at all. Reset. Let's just not do any bending. Let's not do any bending. Let's do some squeezing. Let's do some X squeezing. Yeah, there we go. Now we're messing with some stuff. Okay. So do something like that. And let's say we don't like that material. So we can come over here to the material types and let's zoom in on this a little bit better here. So we can click this here and we can change the color of it if we want to. So we could do something like, I don't know, make it blue if we wanted to. And then we can change the specular color. So that's like the color that reflects off of it. And then if we really wanted to, we can come over here. They got some preset things. You can see it tells you what they cost. So we can make it glow blue if we wanted to. I would have to upload, so I don't have any in my inventory, but we would have to upload some cubes. But I just want to show you here, if we just back out, now we have like a cool blue glow top thing to us, little top mohawk. So if I had any cubes in my inventory, which I don't, so I can't add any, it would cost us 162 of those, and I could just click apply and it would apply the design. So since we can't do that, I'm gonna go back in and change this back out real quick. We're just gonna click that little gear symbol, we'll click it again, and we'll just change this back to iron, and now it's iron, and we will change its color back to, I don't know, let's change it to yellow. Yeah, that looks fine. And let's make its color shine yellow as well. There we go. So that looks pretty good. And now we can just back, oh, by the way, you can also, you can add to it as well. You can see here, it has that shape. So we're like in block design mode right now. So I could go in here and add to this shape, and it's, I'm still like, I have problems with the controls and I don't know why. So there we go. So we can add to it. We could add to it a little more. We could come over here and like grab this shape and come around here like this. Kind of refine it a little bit. You know, I don't really like it, but I'm not very good at this. I'm sure there's some super talented people out there that can do some really cool stuff with this. But yeah, so that's the character creation. It's insane. You can see just that little change is only going to cost us 9 of our iron plates, which is fine. Let's just apply it so I can show you that it will translate into the real world. And then we back out, and now look at that. How freaking cool is that? I think that is like the coolest way to do character customization I have ever seen in a game ever. Like the only thing that I can think of offhand, I'm sure there's other things that are similar. The only thing I can think that offhand that even comes close to being able to customize your character to this degree would be the Minecraft skins, allowing you to upload like whatever skin to make your Minecraft character look different. Like I can't think of another game that allows for this crazy amount of character customization. If you know of one, let me know down there in the comments. I mean, what other game adds a full-on 3D editing program to let you 3D edit or edit your 3D model in game? Like that's crazy. Anyway, they added a bunch of other cool stuff, but the other thing that I want to point out that they did add to this is the proliferator. And it's pretty, well, they added a bunch of cool stuff. We're going to talk about a few other things, but the proliferator down here, you got to fill the canister here. And if we come over here, this is where it's made. So let's land here. So we can make it over here in this thingy, and it just makes the proliferator MK1 filler, and it just takes a little bit of coal, and I'm just storing it in here, and then it loads it into the proliferator. And what it does is it marks the things that come through the belt, and then you can change how that affects the item. So right now I have it making extra products. So you can see it's a secondary blue bar in here. After it processes so many, I will get an extra one. The other thing you can do is you can swap it to speeding up the product production. So it's going to give it a 25% increase, but it's also going to, because they're proliferated, they are costing me 30% more energy. So you can swap between whichever one of those you want to swap to, which I think it's a pretty neat feature. I really like that they did that. There's other factory games that are out there that have similar features to this, and it's something that was missing from this one, and I like that they added it. And the other thing that they added, which is absolutely phenomenal, and I don't know if it came with this update or not. I know that the character customization and the proliferator and geothermal energy came in this update. I don't know when blueprints came, but they are new to me, and blueprints are absolutely phenomenal. If you've never played a factory game, they basically allow you to save a layout. So I'm just gonna come over here so I can demonstrate that. We're not really gonna play, I mean, I've done guides and stuff on this game, so if you wanna check it out, I'll put a link to them down in the description. You can go down there and check them out if you don't know what it is, you wanna know more about it and all that stuff. I feel like if you're watching this, you probably already know what this game is. I mean, it's a factory management game where you colonize planets instead of just one map. Anyway, blueprinting is a fantastic feature. So if we just draw out some belt like so, and let's say we have that going, and we have it passing on to another belt here like this, and we'll just grab this like that. There we go. So this is our setup here. We want to save this, and it doesn't have to be belts. It can be anything. We could even put one of the stations in there, like, you know, one of these, something like that. Go ahead and connect that up to the belt. We might as well. And there. Okay, so say we want to save this. Well, we come over here, and it says create a blueprint with Control-C. So there we go. We go into blueprint mode, and we select it. There we go, and it's showing how many components we're going to need, and then we can label our blueprint. So we'll just label that test. Going to give thumbnail text, so we're going to call that test as well. And this is we can set a symbol for it here, you know, whatever. We can give it a description, and then now that we have that, we can click Save Blueprint. And there it is. It's saved to our blueprint. So now when we back out of all of this, if we need to use this again, so first off, they upgraded the delete mode too, like really well. So I can just hold down Shift and delete this whole set of belt here, which is really freaking cool. Other factory management games usually have this where you can like target specific things. So like if I just wanted to target belts, I could target belts, or if I needed to target facilities and sorters, I can do that. I can also do chunks of deletion at a time, but I really love the fact that you can just hold Shift and delete huge chunks of belt now. That's a really cool, a lot of quality of life stuff has been added since the last time I played this. So anyway, we come over here, we got our blueprints, we double click it to use, and now we can just, bam, there we go. That was super freaking efficient and easy. And I love how it goes into like the whole blueprint mode. Like, that's so cool. That's so cool. I love it. They did a fantastic job with the way that they did blueprints. That's not all. So you can save your blueprints, of course, but they're also saved to a folder. So you can click this to save, to show them in Explorer. And just like the Mecha, where you save it, it saves your blueprints to files, so you can just easily share them with your friends and stuff. That's so freaking awesome. They also added an upgrade feature to upgrade facilities, which was something that was requested a ton when the game first came out. So for example, if we have, let's delete this little guy right here, and I will go over here and we'll just craft, do I have a base one? No, we'll just craft a base one real quick. I do not want 10, I want 1. So let's just craft 1. And if we take it, and you have to have the new upgraded version in your inventory, but if we drag this over like so, because I have upgraded ones in my inventory, all I have to do is click this, and then it just instantly upgrades and puts the old one back in my inventory, which is a really nice feature because it saves you from having, before you had to like delete it and then add the new one and all that, and it was really annoying. And now you can just click and bam, it's upgraded, super nice and easy. And another really cool thing that they added is this little guy right here. I don't know why this is in Chinese and not English. Maybe they're still working on converting all of that over on all their new stuff, but I don't know. Once again, I don't know if this was added with this patch or if this was just been added since the last time we played, but here it is. It's the traffic monitor. It's a really cool little feature because you just put it on your belt and it manages your, or watches your belt for you and tells you when there is issues. So you can see we got our cycle here, and we're supposed to set this the same as our manufacturing to get an accurate reading. So what is this? This is 180 a minute. So we want to come over here and set this to, I don't know what our cycles, cargoes per minute. I don't know how to get 180 out of this, but I like it for this here. I'm not sure. This is a little too complex for me, apparently. Cargoes flow. So we're in seconds, so that would be set to 60. I don't know. But anyway, you can tell it to set an alarm. It will run a check for this and it will pass or fail. And if it fails, it will set an alarm for you and the alarm will go off. I like the whole simple aspect. Oh, whoa. I like the whole simple aspect of it with just the no cargo. Then here's where you set where if it passes, it fails. If cargo passes underneath of it, or if you pass cargo, if it fails the check and passes cargo, or if it has no cargo. I just have it set to no cargo so that I can know when my belt is empty. So if anything crazy should happen, I'll know that it happened. So for example, if I just delete a chunk of belt right here, and then we wait for this to pass, you can see that it shows an alarm up here and it shows me what that alarm is for. And I can see it blinking anywhere on the map. So you can see there, I can see it blinking, and if I zoom out, I can see it blinking as well. So I know that there's an issue with it, and you can see there's like it's drawing a little line to me. So it's showing me where I need to go. Look at that. How cool is that? So I can see, oh crap, I got a problem. I can fly right to it and land, and oh, my belt's broken. How about that? So I like it because you can put it on your power systems like I have it here. I need this to always have coal running to it. And if for some reason, for example, this hogs up all of my coal or whatever, I can know that there's an issue over here and this belt isn't completely full at all times like I want it. And like I said, there's this whole thing here with the cycling and the target flow, so you can know if your flow gets too low. So apparently right now we're in the green, which is good. If for some reason that would fail, then we would get the red and it would set off an alarm. And you can change the icon as well. So if I wanted to, instead of one of these alarms, I could change it to show this or any of the other icons over here that I would need. Basically anything you would want to know that, hey, immediately it's coal or whatever you needed to know. A lot of really cool stuff has happened with this game since the last time I've played it. If you like what you see here and this interests you and it's your first time seeing this game, I have other videos for it that explain it a little bit better than what we're doing here today. Essentially, it's just a factory management game, but it's a planet-wide factory management game, so you can eventually go to other planets. So if we zoom out here, you can see I have a planet here and there's one here, and your whole premise, there's one over here. The whole premise of the thing is to build a Dyson sphere around the sun in here. So yeah, it's a huge scale factory management game, and it gets crazy complex, and it is a lot of fun. And if you have already bought it and you haven't, played it in a while, because it is an early access game and you are waiting for it to dev a little, I highly advise going back to it and checking it out. They've added a lot of really nice quality of life stuff that the game was missing from the get-go, and quality of life stuff always makes games better, and it was already a good game from the start, but they've been working very actively, as you can tell from all the cool new stuff that's been added. I'll put a link for for it down in the description if you want to check it out. Wishlist it if you're not into early access games and you just want to wait for its final release. I want to wishlist it for that reason, all that good stuff. I'll put a link for it down in the description so you can hop down there and check it out. All right, I think we're going to wrap it up there. It just gives you, I just wanted to check out some of the new stuff, give you guys a taste of what's been added to this game, and it's on a good path. I like what I'm seeing. I like everything that I'm seeing. It was a solid game when it released, and they were updating a lot and keeping up on it, and they've been continuously adding stuff, so definitely one of those early access titles to keep an eye on. If you like this video, like what you saw, consider hitting that sub button and the notification bell so you can be notified when I upload other videos. I want to give an absolute massive shout out and thank you to my supporters on Patreon for making this episode possible. Y'all are absolutely amazing people. If you'd like to join my Elite Crew Patreon supporters, please check out the link in the description below. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment down below. Let me know what you thought. If you're shy, you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and show your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.